And for activities at a fixed income market, I'm being joined by a fixed income dealer at GT Bank, Chioma Udu. Good afternoon, Chioma.
Hello, good afternoon.
So what is the mood of the market today ahead of the MPC meeting?
Okay, the fact is going into the market today, so as a result of that, we've seen bullish buyers. We've seen banks trying to take advantage of the rates in the system and invest in assets.
Now, looking at the yields, how would you compare that with the opening yield and, of course, what we have currently?
The market opened this week, lower for trading this week as a result of the CBN information into the market. And then the OMO yesterday, which closed at 17 discount, giving a yield of about 20.8 yield. So these are good rates to invest in, and we've seen traders take advantage of the yield.
Now, what is your expectations next week as the MPC meets?
There's no telling what the MPC is going to do. There's a lot of problems that we hope that they will tackle. We hope that they will tackle the effects and then give a definite direction of where interest rates will go.
All right, thank you very much, Chioma, for your time. And now we'll move on now to Uganda. The economy contracted by 1.3% in the third quarter of the financial year ended last month from a growth of 1.7% in the previous quarter, hurt by poor agricultural output. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics said processed output from the farm sector declined by 6% in the period, compared with revised growth of 2.2% in the preceding quarter. Now, the East African nation measures its economic output on the basis of its fiscal year running from July to June. And in Mozambique, the central bank has lifted its benchmark lending rate by 300 basis points to 17.25%. Ernst Gov, Bank of Mozambique governor, said the bank was concerned by the persistence of rising inflation standing at 19.7%. Mozambique, one of the world's poorest countries, which has huge untapped gas reserves, has been thrown into economic turmoil by revelations of financial mismanagement. Now, the government's admission in April of billions of dollars of secret borrowing hidden has hit cash inflows, with the World Bank delaying approval of development loans, while the United States government is reviewing the $400 million it provides annually to the cash-strapped country. And let's look into China. Beijing has kicked against what it calls the surrogate country approach used against the country's exports. Our Chinese Premier Li Keqiang urges the European Union to ensure these measures are dropped in its dealing with the country.
China's Premier Li Keqiang has called on the European Union to fulfill its obligation to drop the surrogate country approach used in its anti-dumping measures against China's exports. China hopes the EU would act in accordance with Article 15 of the Protocol on the accession of China to the World Trade Organization. Li said while meeting with German Chancellor Angela Merkel on the sidelines of the 11th Asia-Europe meeting in Ulaanbaatar.
China and the EU are each other's major trade partners. Article 15 is a matter of confidence for firms and the market in the rule of law, international rules, and the China-EU trade relations. It is hoped that the German side could help solve the issue in an active manner.
In accordance with Article 15 of the Accession Protocol, signed in 2001, the surrogate country approach expires on December the 11th, 2011. There are voices in Europe, however, that China has yet to meet the standards set by the EU for market economy status, and that the EU should continue with its use of non-standard approach in anti-dumping investigations against China. On China-Germany ties, Li said China is willing to work together with Germany to ensure the implementation of the agreements reached last month between them in the fourth round of intergovernmental consultation.
And on that note, we say thank you for being part of the program. Enjoy your weekend.
And